going to learn how to create an assignment in Vocabulary Spelling City. And I just want to remind you that before you create an assignment, you have to either create a list or import a list from another source. So I'm assuming you already did that, and now you're ready to create an assignment using the list that you created for your students. So you're going to log into the Vocabulary City dashboard and then click on the Assignments tab. The next thing you'll do is create an assignment. So you'll click the Create Assignment button. Here you'll find a list of all of the lists that you've either imported or created. And so I'm going to choose the earthquakes and seismic waves list that I created earlier. In this section, you can decide from up to 10 activities that you want to assign to your students. You can choose them by activity type and in this section here. So I for sure want them to study the words, and I want to for sure test them. I want them to know how to spell the words. I want them to know the meaning of the words. So for sure I'm going to choose those 4, and then you might decide whether or not they need the phonics practice, writing practice, or other language arts skills. I'm going to stick with these 4, and remember I can assign up to 10 activities in this assignment. All right, so for spelling, I want them to do the Teach Me. I want them to do a practice test, and I want them to do a spelling test for sure. So you can see all those over there, popping in there. Let's see. I want them to do this Speedy Speller and Hang Mouse. If you're not sure what something is, you can click the play button, and Spelling City will give you a preview of the activity. So Hang Mouse is a lot like
Hang Mouse. Will the mouse get a snap? Or will that? Choose a letter and find out. J. R. J.
So you can see down here there's a sentence: measuring the shaking of an earthquake is done using a, and then they would have to come up with the letters. Trying to spell the word. Okay, so that gives you a little preview by clicking that play button. All right, so I liked that one. I'm going to add it in. You can change the order of things, so I'll probably put the spelling test at the bottom and the practice test after they've played the games. And then I'm going to move down and pick some vocabulary. So I want them to learn the meanings. So again, let's see, the first thing I want them to do is learn the meanings. So which word, definition, we'll try that one. And then we'll do a practice vocabulary test, and then I'll test them. Again, if I put these over here and wanted to rearrange, let's say I want to do the spelling test after they've done everything else, I can move those down, rearranging as needed. All right, the third section is the same thing. So Test Me kind of just brings up all the tests for that particular activities, those activities. And then Study, Spelling Teach Me. I think we did all those. I think we added the word videos. Maybe I'll add word videos just to be sure that they've had enough studying. And then I'm going to go over here and just move that up there. Okay, so then I can save the assignment preset. If I think I might use this assignment over and over again, that type of all those same activities for another word list, then I can save it. So I'll just call it my first, because it's science, I'm going to say science, and it's my first assignment grouping. Click OK, and then click Next at the bottom right, and then you can assign it to students. Now I only have 2 students in my group, in my class. You'll have more. So here's where you can either select all the students or just some of them. So I'm going to select all my students. I click next. And then I can add assignment details. So add instructions for your student, yes. Play the games. Take the practice tests and show your knowledge. So that can be any instructions you want for your student. Do you want students to complete activities in the order assigned? Yes, in this case, I do want them to. You may decide, no, it doesn't. That isn't a big deal. And then you can assign it at a particular date and make it do a particular date. So let's say we're having a test on Friday and I want them to know all that information. So I'm going to give them this week to complete these activities. And then I'm going to click finish. At this point, I can edit the assignment. So I'm going to add a title. This is the title that the kids will see. So I'm just going to call it my earthquake and seismic waves vocabulary. That's the assignment. Okay, I could edit the assignment. So if there's any details that I was unsure of, or I can just save it. When I save the assignment, it is assigned to the kids. So you can see, here's the assignment name. I have 2 students. Neither of them have started working. The start date is the 19th. The end date is the 22nd. Here I could add it to a group if I had created groups of students. That's where I can differentiate what lists go to which students. If I want to view the list to make sure it has everything on it that I want, I can click there. Otherwise, I am good to go.